with us from Fort Worth, Texas, today at Amon G. Carter Stadium, and we will see who comes out victorious in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UTSA's offense takes the field for the first time today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Grab behind the line, it's key. Hard running there. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice.
Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. LSU right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the side.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hogs on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They'll go with the quick touch pass. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying to do it on the ground. Spins away from the defender. At the 35, he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Roadrunners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Key. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Roadrunners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success, and now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Well, a short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Roadrunner.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Breaks into the open. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Slithers into space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And the Roadrunners will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on fourth down, still going. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He wants to throw it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. This will be his second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Slings it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wants to throw on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And the Roadrunners want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Roadrunners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He'll take it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly complete. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker.
Gashing the D on the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's key. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
college football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful first half in the Armed Forces Bowl.
The Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things. In that first half, need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. They'll try the run. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Going to try to get it himself. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the Roadrunners are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Follows a good block there. Picks up 3s out to the 9. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys Just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He's got it. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away, but you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Grab behind the line. It's Griffin. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. The give as they work on that clock. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice game on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. LSU trying to convert a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one.
Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the right. Fires it incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Bland. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw again. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Love being in the booth. Love covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought